Good afternoon, guys. Let me tilt that a little bit better. Oh, let's get some light. There we go. So it is 12:44 in the afternoon of July 12th, Wednesday, July 12th. So as you can see, I got my hair cut. I got that yesterday. I really liked the place. The name of the company I went to is called Kelly and Company. The lighting was not bad. I mean, yes, there was fluorescent lighting, but it was not as bright as like the couple of times I've gone to like Great Clips or Fantastic Sam's or some other place. Excuse me. So the lighting was a lot more manageable. I did call ahead and tell them I am autistic and gave them a couple of things so that they know what I like and don't like. For example, that small talk with a complete stranger is very hard for me. When I was there, the gal was like, the level of her talking, the volume was really good. She had a very pleasant tone of voice. I don't want to say she was soft-spoken, but she definitely didn't project herself all that much because sound can be an issue for people that are autistic. So she was very aware of that. She asked if I wanted to blow dry my hair. I said, no, we'll let it air dry. So I didn't have to do the blow dryer. She didn't have me. I don't like looking in the mirror. So she had me angled so I didn't have to sit and look in the mirror. So she did a really, really good job. Her name was Scotland, I believe, at Kelly and Company. And I really liked her. And it was a great experience. So I've already scheduled, holy cow, I scheduled another appointment for 2 months out. So that's different for me. Let's look at Thankful-a-thon. Okay. So I think the last thing I showed you, I had like 2 or 3 colored in, at least in the vlog that I'm in the process of editing. I don't have a bingo yet, but I've got several done. I do have 1 book prompt done. I did finish The Little Cornish House by Donna Ashcroft. I still need to film the review for that. I have not completed my romance, which is Must Love Books. I have not finished the 2023 release. I did finish my nonfiction read, The 90s by Chuck Klosterman. And yeah. So, okay. So the next prompt, so I have, so no bingos yet, but number 1, 6, 7, 9, 10, 14, 16, 17, 19, and 20 are all colored in. I'm not going to worry about switching colored pencils. I'm not going to worry about it. Okay, so prompt number 2 that I have is to read a thriller. For this one, because I finished The Little Cornish House by Donna Ashcroft, I looked at my stack of TBR for my Catwalk TBR game for July, and I have this on there, The Perfect Date by R.L. Stine. This is a young adult. It is considered a horror thriller. There was another book that I looked at, but it was like horror, romance, contemporary, but so like thriller was on there, but it was like 5 tags down. Thriller is a second tag. So I'm considering this like a hybrid genre, so horror thriller. So I'm going to count this for thriller. So this one, as of right now, the male interest is Brady. Female interest is Rosha. Brady does have a girlfriend, but then he starts to blow her off and lie to her because he wants to be with Rosha, who is the perfect girl. And he just has this, like, it's kind of like he's under some kind of control where she's all he wants to think about and talk about and be with and things like that. So I'm going to count this. I am 60 pages in. I started it yesterday. I will finish this today. So, because there's only 147 pages. So I am just shy of the halfway mark, but I'll finish this today. So I'm going to write this down real quick. So I have that written down. And then I think what I'm going to do is has been on your TBR for too long would be the next reading prompt for Thankful-a-thon. I'm going to look, I think what I'll do is I'm going to restrict that down to the TBR that I have for my Catwalk TBR. Because I've had them all, I don't know since how long I've had them all, but I think I'll look at the books that I have unread and I'll look to see which one I have had in my possession the longest without being read. So I'll go off of my Catwalk TBR stack and go off of that one that I've owned the longest. So that's what I'll do for that one. And I think highest rated on Goodreads, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to restrict it to my Catwalk TBR and do the highest rated on Goodreads from that Catwalk TBR stack. So that's what I'm going to do there. And that way I'm not adding a bunch of other books. So as far as the Hunger Games readathon, I have completed The 90s by Chuck Klosterman. That was I used for an arena prompt, which was to find supplies. And that is a book you've been meaning to read. It's a nonfiction. I got it. I wanted to read it, but it just took me a little bit to get to it. That gave me 50 points. And then for The Little Cornish House, I did something weird here. Okay, 50. Okay. For The Little Cornish House, I used that for the District 4 prompt, which was a book set on, under, or near water. This one's set on the coast of a water, so a little seaside village. So 50 points for that one. And those are the only two that I've had that fit any of the Hunger Games prompts yet. Must Love Books will fit one of the prompts. That will give me 50 points. The Once and Future Fling fits a district prompt, which will end up giving me 75 points once I finish that. The Perfect Date. Let's look at the prompts and see. It does not fit the Chosen One. Featuring a train or other public mass transit? No. Featuring a celebration? No. Oh, and trigger warning right off. There is a sledding accident and it gets very graphic. I was not expecting that for an R.L. Stine book. It gets graphic with the accident and the blood. So, yeah. A book featuring a competition or a rivalry. As of right now, I'm going to say no on that one. Featuring a celebrity? No. A book featuring the found family? No. So the reaping prompts, it does not qualify for any of what I would not consider it to work for any of the reaping prompts. Arena prompts, a book with a reveal or a twist. Yes. This will work with Into the Arena because it's a thriller and a horror and thrillers. And I know that R.L. Stine's Fear Street books all have a reveal or a twist. So I will count this for that prompt. So let me write that down. The Perfect Date by R.L. Stine. So once this is done, that'll give me 50 points. Okay, so I'm working on that. That will be done today. I am working my way. Oh, I saw now tomorrow G's video, G from Book Roast. I'll link her channel in the description box. She created this magical world, like beautifully created. You were able to create characters, and I mean, you've got like this whole character arc with building a character and stuff. She's done a really, really good job with this world, and I have been loving it. One of my prompts for, I've got several readathons that I'm doing that take place year round, and one of them is that one that G created. Let me find it. Like a year in Alita or something like that. 52 Book Club, Barnes & Noble. year-a-thon. I didn't get my hearing aids in today. Anyway. Pop Sugar Advanced, Buzzword. I need to work on that. TBR Knockout, I'm doing pretty good on. I have yet to read. I've read some books that have LGBTQ plus rep, but it's very, very minor. So I've kind of been holding off to see if I get one that has a little bit more representation on it. Read a book by a queer author was also one for June. I haven't paid attention. And I don't know for sure if they're queer or not. So if I can't find anything that says for sure, then I don't count it. I want to know for sure. Anyway, I do have a book on my TBR where the author is transgender. So that one will work for that one. Yes, year in Alita. So June was, I did not get, a lot of the books I read have not had prologues. And it was To Visit a Wizard Tower. Book with a prologue is my selection. This has a prologue, so this will count. So I'll be caught up with that. Let me show you the perfect date. It says it right there, prologue. Now I did look, nonfiction books can also have a prologue, except it's termed as introduction. So in fiction, it's called a prologue. In nonfiction, it's called an introduction. So I could kind of finagle it like that, but it says book with a prologue, so I'm going with the fiction version, so an actual prologue. So July is Pocket, a Scroll of Light Summons. Read a book when it's light. This one I'll probably read my graphic novel, which will work with the queer author that is transgender because it's a graphic novel. I'll get that done right away. So I'm thinking that's what I'm going to do because August, and then I'll be all caught up because August is the Illyrium Academy. I am so excited for that. G's video as of filming this comes out tomorrow in like 22 hours. So I'm looking forward to that. There's already 2 readathons that I want to participate in August. And that is the Tropical Readathon. I already have a book picked for every prompt, for the generalized prompt and the team romance prompt, which is what I'm going to be on. And then I have every book picked for the Royal Readathon, which the theme is Sizzling Summer. So I've got a bunch of romance lined up for that. So I'm hoping with the prompts that I'm going to end up getting for the Illyrium Academy, the books that I have picked for Sizzling Summer, for the Royal Readathon, and for the books that I have picked for the Tropical Readathon, I'm hoping those will all work for the Illyrium Academy. And then I'll obviously know those prompts before I play my TBR game. And not quite sure when I'm going to play that and film that, but I still need to do that. And so I'm hoping that the prompts for those 3 readathons, the books that I have picked out, will have picked out for those 3 readathons, I'm hoping I'll be able to get all of those books on my Catwalk TBR. That'll make life so much easier, but we'll see how it goes. So that's the plan so far. Now, let me tell you, okay, so I have my Kindle charging. I'm still working on Must Love Books. I'm on chapter 17, so I am 63% of the way through that book. As I've been showing you, I'm on the perfect date on page 60. For Must Love Books, this is my library book. Right now, I am on chapter 22, which is page 213. And in this book, there's 321. So I have just over 100 pages left in that. My nonfiction book that I finished is done. And this one I've been wanting to get to for so long. And so I thought I'm going to go ahead and do it. And that is Tom Felton's memoir or biography. I really don't know the difference between the two. I've looked it up, but I can never remember. But Beyond the Wand. I have read the introduction so far and the foreword. And the foreword was written by Emma Watson. And there's 2 things in here that I really liked. She says, if you could boil the Harry Potter stories down to a single idea, it would surely be about the value of friendship and how nothing of true meaning can be achieved without it. I love that. Right now, my mom is like my best friend. I would love to have more friends, but it is what it is. I don't really have a lot of friends around me. I've made some booktube friends, but they all live in a different state. So, which is fine, but it would be nice to have some friends closer as well. The other quote that she has, which I really, really liked this, the other thing that Emma Watson said is, sometimes it feels hard to live in a world where people are so quick to judge, to doubt, and to question intentions. Yes. I did get, with an Audible credit, the audiobook for this. Tom Felton narrates his own book. So I am excited to hear his voice. I like his voice. So I'm excited to read Tom Felton's memoir or biography, and also hear his voice. So read his words and hear his voice. So I'm excited for that. The foreword, the foreword I had to read without the audiobook because the foreword is not included in the audiobook. So that's the only thing. That would have been cool if the audiobook had the foreword read by Emma Watson, but it's not in there at all. So not worried about that. So I'm going to continue editing my weekly vlog for the first week of July and go from there. And as soon as I have another update, obviously I'll let you know. But as of right now, that's kind of where things stand. Well, since it's after 1 o'clock, I also need to go and scrounge and get something for lunch. So I'm going to have to figure that out too. I have these, I've been on this kick of like, chicken is like the favorite meat. I've struggled with beef a little bit recently. Pork, I am like almost completely off of. I am not in the mood for pork. Beef, I do okay with, depending on how it's cooked, but I'm starting to struggle with beef. Chicken, I'm still doing great with. There's these popcorn chicken anytizers. I just pop them in the microwave, and with working from home, it's best to have something. I'm not one for sandwiches, for a lot of sandwiches, especially now where I can't have egg. That reduces me to like, I mean, I do have an egg-free mayonnaise, so I could use that, but I'm just not partial to sandwiches. I'd rather have soup, and it's like way hot, and so I don't want a hot soup. But yeah, I'm having this popcorn chicken, but I do dip it in like this homemade ranch stuff. Anyway, it's been delicious, and I've been absolutely loving that. So that's probably what I'll do, because it just takes like 3 minutes to heat up, and then I'm good. So I'm thinking that's what I'm going to do. That sounds pretty good. Oh, I did find, like with ramen noodles, a lot of ramen noodles are made or may contain egg. The Top Ramen brand does contain egg. It's probably because it's an egg type noodle, but I don't know how to say it, Machin or whatever. It's the other brand. It's not the Top Ramen, but there's this other one that has like this little face in the title or something like that. No egg in that one. So I found I can have ramen. I just have to go with this other brand. So I'm excited. I had ramen last night. It's been so long since I've had it. And so I got the roast chicken flavor. Oh man, that was so good. Yeah. So, all right. I need to go and finish editing that video. I need to get back to work. I hope you guys are doing well. Let me know in the comment section below, what book are you most excited to get to? Are you going to be participating? So let me know if you are going to be participating in any of the readathons that I talked about that will be taking place in August. So the Tropical Readathon, the Royal Readathon, Sizzling Summer, or I think more than likely a lot of people are going to be participating in the Illyrium Academy session for August. I definitely will. Do I have a character name? No, but I did the prompts from where my character comes from. It's been a long time since I've looked at that. Like when she first started coming out with that, that's when I did that. I think my character's a vampire, if I remember correctly, or comes from that dark area. I really wanted my character to come from there. Do I have a name for my character? No. With me, I am very much, I put myself in their shoes. So it's like if I was in a magical world, not my character, not anything like that. If I was there, this is where I would want to come from. This is this thing that I personally would choose and I would do, not some random character that I created. I'm not that creative. Can't come up with some random character and a whole personality. So I put myself into that world. So basically that character is me. Would I have a different name? Who knows? Everything has this magical type name. Maybe I'd have a magical name. I'd have no idea and wouldn't have no idea how to create a magical name. So, but I've basically put myself into that world. So my character is me. Okay. Anyway, so I'm really excited to see if there's any changes and everything and start planning for the August Magical Readathon, Olarium Academy. I'm really excited for that to pop up. So I'm really looking forward to G's video. So I'm planning on watching that tomorrow once that comes out. And yeah, that's my plan. So let me know and things like that. I have been doing Master of the Elements as my career. So I'll probably, if we can continue on, like at least here in the United States, you have your associate's degree and then your bachelor's, your master's, and your doctorate. If it is something similar, which I can't really remember, but if it is something similar like that where we can become more proficient in that field, then I will stick with Master of the Elements. But if it's like you've got the highest part of the degree that you can get for that career, then you need to switch, then obviously I'll switch and then I'll let you know. But I would love to stick with Master of the Elements and work on becoming like a doctorate or a doctor of Master of the Elements. I would love to do that. But we'll see how it's all created with for what G says with Book Roast. So looking forward to that video. I love it when she has her little kitty cats in the video, though they are so cute. I wish I could meet her cats, and I want to meet Cody's cats as well. Bella and Tibbs, I think, is the one. I would love to meet Cody's cats as well. Anyone that has cats. Gavin, would love to meet his little fur babies too. I have determined if I don't get married in this life, you know, in this existence, if I don't ever get married, I'm going to be the one that people are going to go, that's the cat lady that lives down the street. She has like 5 cats, or spends a lot of time at an animal shelter playing with a bunch of cats. Yeah, that's going to be me. I want to be the fun lady that people will have fun hanging around with. Like if kids want to come over and help take care of the cats, to help them learn about cats. If they want to come and pick out a book for my library, I'll have a personal library. Obviously, this would be all with parents' permission and stuff like that. Or the parents coming over with the child as well. And yeah, teach them how to like clip a cat's claws, how to determine if, you know, is the cat feeling good right now, or like communication with the cat. Are they in a not so good mood and you want to give them their space, or are they feeling playful and stuff like that? And yeah, go play with them. How to kind of watch for communication signs from cats. I don't know, something. I can't do any fun colors. I would love to dye my hair like pinks and purples and blues and greens and all these fun colors. I can't do that with my job. It has to be a professional color. So I could go blonde, and I can go all the way, like from blonde to black. Anything that would be considered a professional natural hair color, I could do. But anything fun and crazy, that would be a no. So I want to be the old lady that has fun hair, that lives down the street, that has like 5 cats. So I don't know. We'll see. I also am aware that the more cats I have, the higher the chance of the house stinking to high heaven from the ammonia in the cat's urine. So I would be cautious and aware of that as well. But yeah, and if someone in the neighborhood's going out, I would love for them, and they have cats, I would love to be the one that cat sits, that goes to check on their cats, plays with their cat, feeds them, everything. The one that they can rely on, know that their cat will be taken care of. So anyway, but that's a long time down the road. Things could change. Who knows? Things can change. So I get a kick out when I see things on Instagram about the crazy cat lady, or the crazy cat lady starter kit. I always get a kick out and go, that's going to be me. So who knows? Who knows? So, all right, I'm going to get back to editing the vlog. And when I have an update, maybe once I finish this, I'll let you know what the next book I pick will be, and go from there. So that's the plan right now. Nothing crazy. I really wanted to do a puzzle over the weekend, but I had a pinched nerve in my back. And the only place I can do a puzzle is at the dining room table, and those chairs are hard. There's no cushion on them. So I just could not sit at the dining table and do a puzzle. So I hope to be able to do a puzzle this weekend, hoping I don't get another pinched nerve, because those are very uncomfortable and can be very painful. But that's a lot better now. I just wish I could have done a puzzle. I really want to do a puzzle. All right. So I'm going to let you go for now. And I know I keep saying that, but now I am. So I'll talk to you guys in a little bit. So I just got a notice on my little dot thing. We've got a warning for West Jordan, Utah. And that is an excessive heat warning on the 16th and 17th. I'm not planning on going anywhere. I mean, I might go to church, but I don't do well with the heat. So Sunday's the only day I'm planning on really getting out of the house. It's still going to be hot the week after Sunday. So Sunday, we're supposed to have a high of 102. So we're breaking the triple digits. Monday, the 17th, it's supposed to be a high of 103. And then the rest of the week, it's supposed to be upper 90s. So it's going to be hot. I'm just going to be in the house as much as possible where it's nice and cool. So Tuesday's supposed to be 96, Wednesday 99, Thursday 97, and Friday 98. That's as far as the app on my phone goes. So it's going to be hot. So I've got to make sure I'm drinking enough water, staying hydrated, which I should be doing that now because it's been hot. And the couple days leading up, we're supposed to be like 91 to 94. It's supposed to be the high of the days. So it's getting hot, and we're just hitting the halfway mark in July. So still have August to go. I really don't like the summer. I really don't like the summer. Anyway, yeah, so it's supposed to be hot. So I really need to increase my water, stay hydrated, and I'm going to stay indoors as much as possible. Yeah. So if you live where it gets really hot, I hope you are able to handle the heat. If not so well, try to stay in and make sure you're drinking the water, stay hydrated, stay in the shade, get that sunscreen, all that fun, good stuff that we're told all the time. There's a reason for those things. Yeah. I get heat sickness quite easily. And I know if I were to lose weight, that might help, but I don't know for sure on that. But I'm sure it probably would. But I mean, granted, I'm like 30 pounds lighter this summer than I was last summer. So, I mean, that will hopefully help. But I still don't handle the heat really well. So I never have. Even since I was a little child, I burned and I get heat sickness so easily ever since I was a child and was at a normal weight. So it's, yeah, I've never handled the heat well. So I definitely don't like the summer. Definitely not looking forward to this weekend with the heat being the way it is. But I'll just stay inside. I'll stay inside as much as possible. I don't know if I have anything scheduled. I've got to look at my schedule. So I don't know if I have any appointments, but I'll just, yeah, do what I can to stay as cool as possible. I do have ice packs in the freezer in the car, so I will be utilizing those a heck of a lot more this weekend. So I was filming, and I guess I didn't hit film or something. So I froze I was showing you what I do with these. I stuck this in the freezer. It really only needs to be in there for, I would say, about 2 hours. And then you just can tip it and bang it on a hard counter. So not hard enough to break the glass, but the wax freezes and will just pop right on out. Sometimes in a couple of pieces. So that's what I did. So I'll clean up the sticker. I'll clean this up. I'll use like this Goo Goner stuff to get the sticker here on the side off and the bottom. And then I'll get, once this warms up enough that this pops off, this last wick, then I will stick this in the washer, wash it, run it through, wash it. And I've broken up a couple of chunks. I wrote on the baggie the name of the scent. So this is 'Tis the Season. I've got a couple of chunks here. They go in this baggie. And then when I'm ready, right now I have on my candle warmer Twisted Peppermint. So when I'm ready to switch the scent, I've got another scent. So I have one more, and I'll kind of show you how I do this. I've got one more chunk here. So and it breaks fairly easily. So that just broke into another small little chunk. And as you can see, I still have one of the wicks there. So I just take some tweezers and kind of work on getting the wax that's melted around it and the glue. See, they're kind of off. That broke that into another chunk. And then I just continue until I get this wick off of it. Got a nice big chunk for a candle warmer. And then I just close it on up. So I get some of the excess air out. I was saying before I realized that the thing wasn't filming, and I have some more of these upstairs in other scents. I didn't write the name, but this is Twisted Peppermint, I think. I'm pretty sure. Let's see. Oh yeah, that's Twisted Peppermint, all right. So, I've got a bunch of Twisted Peppermint wax chunks I can use. I have 'Tis the Season. I have them in these two in a little basket. The other ones I have upstairs, I will put in this, and then I'll find a place in my office to store that. And now I'm just going to take a tissue and I'll just kind of clean up the tweezers a little bit from the burnt wick and the wax. You can continue to use those. I will usually save the lid, but for whatever reason, I think I got rid of the lid, which is fine. I'll use that for like cotton rounds or something where it'll be easily in there, accessible. But I have two of them that I've done this for. So as you can see, I've cleaned them. I've got the stickers removed. I have the lids because these will stay in my desk drawer. These can be stacked, but my drawer is not tall enough to have two stacked. One of them right now, I just have paperclip binder things and little paper clips that are in the shape of a book. I also have this little wrench like tool sitting in there. So I have that in one of them, and in the other I have sticky notes that are little post-it notes that I can use when I need to jot a quick note down in something to remind myself or whatever. So I got a container of post-it notes and paperclip things that I use those for. So I love reusing these cases because they are great size-wise to help store things, things like that. I do have some paints in I have an arts and craft dresser in my office. It's a dresser that I had when I was like really little. I do have some paints in there. And I have there's like this paint glaze or something that I can use, but I don't know. I'm fine with them being clear for right now, but eventually, like what I could also do, and I thought about doing, is painting them when someone has a gift and I want to put like maybe a bunch of different candy or some random notes, then I can paint it with something that the person would like. Like we have a family friend that loves red pickup trucks. I could paint, you know, kind of a scene with some trucks going around the side or something. I'm not that talented, but that's just an idea. Give you an idea. You know, do something like that. So yeah, so that's what I do with those. So I'll hold on to this until I'm ready and know what I'm going to use for storage. And then I'll work on taking off the stickers, cleaning it up. And then if I want to paint it or not, so I can put stuff in it to store them. So yeah, that might not have been very interesting for you, but I enjoy doing that. And I find that candle, with the price of everything going up, candles have always been pretty expensive. I really want to get some candles from Becca and the Books, from her website, but timing has just been really bad. Either I go and everything's sold out, or I go and the fragrances that I want to try are sold out, and there's a few that are still left, but they're not, the scent notes are not ones I'm particularly interested in, or financially I have not been able to do it. Because I mean, international shipping can get pretty expensive. And so if I'm going to order something from Becca where she lives in the UK and have it shipped here to the US, I want to make sure I order enough to justify the shipping and all of that. So, which pretty much everyone does. So in other words, I'm not going to buy just one candle. So I'm going to buy several, but it just hasn't worked out yet. So bummer, but eventually I will try some of Becca's. So even small candles, doesn't matter what size, if I like it, that's the process that I do from now on. So, and then I use my little candle warmer and I alternate between two of them. So yeah, that is the update. I hope that was interesting, but if not, oh well, there it is. But it's there if you do find it interesting. Hi guys, I'm gonna go ahead and close this vlog out. It is now Wednesday. I struggled the past couple of days. I didn't film. I struggled. I call them my I don't care days. It's like I don't care about anything. I didn't care about doing my laundry. Wait until I had to do my laundry. Like I just didn't care. I didn't care about reading. I didn't care about... I just lost interest in things. I do struggle with depression. And so it was more of some down days. And so I just didn't care this weekend. I didn't care about anything. I didn't care about treating myself like a normal human being. You know, I don't know. I just did not care about things. I just didn't care. So I didn't film. I barely read or anything. So I'm going to go ahead and end this vlog here. I'm emotionally still not caring, but I think I'm kind of on the uptick a little bit. So I'm going to go ahead and close this so that I can transfer the footage to my USB thing, to my computer, and start a new vlog. So I hope you guys had a better weekend than I did. I got some good reading in. So yeah. Let me know what your favorite read of the week is so far, or whatever you want to talk about. Your least favorite, most disappointing. What are you looking forward to? Is there a new release that you're looking forward to? A readathon that you're looking forward to participating in? I'm doing 3 in August. As you will have seen, the Royal Readathon, Sizzling Summer, I can't even remember. I know that one's the Magical Autumn Equinox. I'm blanking on, oh, Tropical is the other one. So, yeah. Anyway, so I'm going to go ahead and go. I've got a medical bill to pay, and it's time to start work. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And I hope you guys are having a good day, or whenever you're watching this. Talk to me in the comment section below, and until next time, stay true to yourself and enjoy a good book, and I'll talk to you later.